Hey everyone. So today we're going to work on synthetic division. This is the last lesson in our unit on exponents and polynomials. So synthetic division is a shortcut method of polynomial division in the special case of dividing by a linear factor. It's used in place of polynomial long division. So let me show you. I'm going to show you two methods of working with this. I'm going to show you polynomial long division, but our primary focus is going to be on synthetic division. And the reason why I'm focusing on that is, like I said to you before, my focus is on preparing you for college entrance exams and standardized tests. And most of the time, you only need to know synthetic division. You usually do not need to do polynomial long division. But I'm going to show you both methods. Okay. So here's our problem. We have m squared minus 7m minus 11 divided by m minus 8. So first I'm going to do long division. Here, I'll type it for you. So this one is long division. Okay, so to do polynomial long division, you set it up like this. So I would do m minus 8 into m squared minus 7m minus 11. So this works very much like long division that you learned in elementary school. You would say, okay, how many times does m go into m squared? It goes in m times, because m times m is m squared. M times negative 8 is negative 8m. And then you subtract this. So when you go to subtract it, you're going to do minus m squared, and that's going to change this to a plus 8m. Okay, so I did that because I was subtracting. M squared minus m squared is going to cancel out. 7m plus 8m is 1m. And then I bring down the minus 11. So m goes into m one time, so plus 1, that's a plus. 1 times m is 1m. 1 times negative 8 is negative 8. And then I'm going to subtract that. So this is going to be minus this and plus that, because minus negative makes that a plus. 1m minus 1m cancels each other out. Negative 11 plus 8 is negative 3. M cannot go into negative 3. So this is the remainder. I would put minus, because there's a negative sign here, 3 over m minus 8. And that is my answer. You can rewrite it if you want, but the correct answer for this one is m plus 1 minus 3 over m minus 8. Okay, so this was long division. Now let me show you how it would look if we were to do synthetic division. So over here I'm going to do synthetic division. Okay, so for synthetic division, here I'll do it in a different color so that you could see. Okay, so how I set up synthetic division, I'm going to just take the minus 8. So instead of putting m minus 8, I'm just taking, there you go. I'm just taking the minus 8, okay? Then I draw a little house. And then I put the following numbers in here. I put 1, minus 7, and minus 11. Do you know where those numbers came from? From this part over here. This is 1 in front of the m squared, minus 7 in front of the m, and negative 11 from over here. See it? So that's where the numbers came from. This line, second line here, is for subtraction. This is very important that you remember that that is for subtraction. So first thing you do is bring down the 1, and then you multiply. Negative 8 times 1 is negative 8. Since we are subtracting negative 8, that's going to make it a positive 8. Negative 7 plus 8 is 1. Negative 8 times 1 is negative 8. We are subtracting it, so we do make that a plus. Negative 11 plus 8 is negative 3. How does these three numbers translate to your answer? Well, the last one is always the remainder. This one will be the constant term, so this is going to be plus 1. This term will be with an m, so 1m. So I usually start when I write my answer from the remainder moving up, just so that I remember what goes where. But see, we get the exact same answers we did over here to here. So both long division and synthetic division will get you to the right answer for the problems that we're going to be working on, okay? So if you decide that you really liked long division, knock your socks off, go for it. You could totally do long division. Most people like synthetic division better. So this is how you do it. We're going to do some more examples, but now you've got the gist of both of them, both methods. All right, let's move on and try another example, this time with just using synthetic division. So I'm going to start with this part over here. So it says n squared plus n plus 18 divided by n plus 5. So I'm going to start with putting the 5 on the outside of my little house. Then I'm going to take the 1 from here, 10 from here, 18 from here. First thing I do, oh, remember, this line is for subtraction, okay? So it might help you to write that down. So I bring down the 1, 5 times 1 is 5, but I am subtracting this 5, so it gets a minus sign. 10 minus 5 is 5. Yes, so 5 times 5 is 25. Again, remember, you are subtracting this. This gets a minus sign now. 18 minus 25 is going to be negative 7. So now how do I translate this into an answer? So I remember I always start for the remainder. The remainder is the last one. So that's going to be minus 7 over n plus 5. That just came from here. That's the n plus 5. Then this one is going to be the constant. So just 5. It's positive 5. So I'll put a plus. And this one is just going to be n. 1n if you want to write it, but you don't have to. And that's our answer. Okay? I hope that made sense and you're feeling good about it. Let's do one more. Okay, in this one, let's do blue. So again, how to set it up. This part goes outside the house. So we put the 8 here, and then I make a little house. Then the numbers come from here. So this is 1, 14, and 38. Okay. Remember, this second line is for subtraction. Okay. I'm going to bring down the 1. We do 8 times 1 is 8, but again, we are subtracting, so we do minus. 14 minus 8 is 6. I multiply. 6 times 8 is 48. And I'm subtracting this. This is going to be a minus sign. 38 minus 48 is negative 10. All right, so now how do you put those numbers into an answer? Again, I always start with the remainder, the last one. So minus 10 over r plus 8. The next number, the 6, is going to be the constant. It's positive, so I put a plus. And this 1 is going to be 1r. And that's our answer. Okay? All right, I think you're ready to try some on your own. You've got this. Feel free to go back and look at this, okay? Just remember how to set it up and then how to get your answer. Okay?